Hi, this is Rahim Zulfikar Ali from Excel Basement Private Limited. In this video tutorial, we will explore and understand that how we can create advanced sales analytical dashboard by utilizing the DAX data analysis expressions. So I will be giving you some tips and tricks in this video tutorial, and especially this dashboard is relevant for all finance professionals as well as for the sales professionals. Before I start, let me just remind you that if you have not subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, go to YouTube and find out Excel Basement Private Limited and do subscribe to our channel so that you can get the updates of our every time new videos when we upload them on weekly basis. And the best part is that if you subscribe to our channel, you will find a lot of playlist here regarding the Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, Tableau, as well as Microsoft Excel Basic to Advanced, and also the Power BI playlist. So let me go in the Power BI playlist, where you can see there are almost 87 videos being uploaded so far. Okay. The one more thing which I want to add here is that I will be explaining this dashboard, and my focus is mainly on the DAX, that how we can utilize the power of DAX with respect to time intelligence DAX, and also how to visualize a dashboard, what kind of designing rules we need to follow. And this will be an advanced sales analytical dashboard explanation. But if you are very new in exploring Microsoft Power BI at a very beginning level or a basic level, what I can recommend to you is that you can go to our channel, and in the Power BI with Rahim Zulfikar Ali playlist, you can explore the sales analytical dashboard. Let me show you that. Alright, so here it is, create sales analytical dashboard in Power BI. This is a video tutorial again for those users who are from the very basic or basic to intermediate level, or they are exploring Power BI in the recent months. So this is a complete tutorial of 1 hour and 7 minutes with the practice file is also included. So let me open this link for you. So when you click on that, this video tutorial will be here, and if you want the practice file, so the practice file is available in the video description, right? So if you are basic to intermediate user, you can start with this particular video, and after watching this video you can refer this current video in which we will be exploring some understanding of DAX, not much in very detail. The entire separate course will be launched by us in next coming months, but this video will give you an enhanced exposure of how we can apply DAX on this kind of a data sets, and we can create awesome advanced analytical dashboards in Microsoft Power BI, right? So let's get started. You can see the designing the main layout of this dashboard, advanced sales analytical dashboards on the canvas, but behind that there are a lot of workings and technical things which a user needs to understand, that how he brings the data into the Power BI. So there can be multiple sources. Either the user bring the data from Excel files located in their hard drives or on a local area network, or the user is quite interested to bring the data from SQL Server or from a website, from text files, and there are more than 200 connectors available, right? In this particular template, or you can say in this particular sales dashboard, I have imported data from 3 different sources, and I have created a star schema. So before going to the star schema, let me explain you that what are those 3 different sources. I have bring those data from Excel files, Excel workbooks, text and CSV file, and then Microsoft Access. And after importing all those tables, if I go to this data model view, so this model view, if you are the intermediate user of Power BI and you use Power BI at your workplace, you will easily understand this is called the star schema, where you have the fact table and dimension tables, and these tables are connected with a relationship that is one to many. Okay, so this is a primarily a star schema you will find in most of the templates of Power BI as well. And in the data view, I have done some calculations as well. I have created some calculated columns, so let me open that as well for you. So in the orders table, we don't have that columns like net sell price and the order amount in the database. So what we have done is we have created a calculated column. So calculated column is very easy to create in Power BI. You just need to click new column and you write a DAX here, right? So the net sell price is being calculated like with the help of round function, and unit sell price is multiplied by 1 minus discount, and comma 2 is the rounding for the numbers. Similarly, for the order amount, this is also a calculated column. So order quantity column is being multiplied by net sell price, so we can get the order amount column, right? So these were two necessary columns which were required in order to do further analytics and put them into the visuals, right? So now on the right side in the fields pane, you can see there are 6 tables: customers, dates, orders, products, regions, and table regions. So there is one fact table and the others are the dimension tables, and that is create the star schema as I showed you in the model view. Okay, and here because all the tables are connected backend on the basis of the relationships, you just need to drag and drop the particular fields with the right visuals on your canvas, right? The interesting part of this video is to exploring the DAX. So I will show you the DAX. You can explore the DAX, and the detailed explanation of each and every DAX is coming from our side in our paid program very soon in the next month, June 2021 and onwards. So you can register in that program and you can learn the DAX data analysis expressions from us as well. If you are interested to buy this template, so this template is also available on a website. Let me show you. So this is a website called eloquence.com. So I will share this link in the video description as well, so that you can explore from our YouTube channel. So there are a lot of templates are already available related to the Microsoft Excel and Power BI. Okay, so you can explore that, and you can also purchase this particular dashboard which is shown in the video. You can also visit our website as well, which is excelbasement.org, for more interesting blogs and forums and other kind of updates are all available here at one place, right? So before further delay, let me start. So if you find this design very amazing and awesome, so the idea which basically generates this kind of design is to understand the designing rules first. So most of the users does not understand the designing rules, that how to set the slicers or KPIs or the visuals on the dashboard, right? So in some of the videos which are already available on the YouTube, I have already defined the CRAP rule in detail. The CRAP stands for contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity. So it's very necessary for a basic user or for an advanced user to understand this CRAP rule. So it's very easily available. You can just go to the Google and write CRAP rule, design rule, and you will find a lot of examples for that. So this will clear your perception in creating the dashboard designs. And one more resource which I like personally the most is the PDF file which is available for the public is from SQL BI, the 15 design rules for a perfect dashboard. So whenever I create a dashboard, I consider these 15 rules in my mind so that I can come up with a good design, right? So every rule is very important, and you need to understand every rule in order to create these kind of such advanced dashboards, right? In this particular advanced sales analytical dashboard, I have also created one more page for customer specific analytics. So I can just open this slicer and I can filter any specific customer. So I can see that customer up till now, total orders, net orders, returns amount, net sale price, shipping price, which kind of product container he has done so far for the orders, product categories he is much preferring, right? In which particular months, how much orders he has given to us, right? So this specific page is for customer ID, specific to the customer IDs, where we can just filter specific customer and we can further go ahead with the analysis, and then after the analysis we can offer them some discounts or try the upselling or cross-selling. Okay, then I have also created one more page in which I have just demonstrate the power of time intelligence DAX for sales analytics. Now this time intelligence DAX which you are seeing on this particular dashboard is not necessary for the sales data, but it's applicable to all kind of data sets, because time intelligence DAX will remain the same, whereas your data set column names or table names will remain the might be the change, right? So if we will explore a different kind of time intelligence DAX in this particular video, and if you want to have drill down in much more detail for the understanding, you can contact us from our Facebook page, from our YouTube channel. You can visit our website and contact us for this course or the training or the consultancy if your organization needs. Okay, so let me start this explanation of this particular dashboard. So let's start. If you are already a basic user and you want to move ahead in Power BI for advanced level, and if you want to try some advanced level DAX, so this particular template in this dashboard is perfect for you. Now here we have in this canvas we have put some slicers, so I hope that you understand those slicers. So primarily all the fundamentals with respect to the visuals is already being recorded in my basic to intermediate video, which I have just shared with you. So if I come to this particular point, you can see here this is particular basic to intermediate sales analytical dashboard, where we have not put the advanced level DAX in this particular video, but this is definitely a necessary thing for a primarily user, for a basic user to start with Power BI. But in this particular part 2 video, in this video, this is much improved user interface and a dashboard with appropriate visuals, and also the advanced level DAX which I have added here. So I will tell you one by one. As far as the components of or the objects of this dashboard is concerned, so this is just a text box where I have given the heading advanced sales analytical dashboard. We can just filter the year and quarter according to our requirement. This is the slicers, and we have also created a month slicer in a horizontal view, and we can just click on any of the month, so it will filter all the available visuals on our canvas. So they are integrated, but one thing, if you can see, observe here that the line chart here month wise is not changing, because I am just filtering a specific 1 month or 2 months, so it is not changing. Why? Because I have added the interaction and I have disabled the interaction. Okay, so if you are a basic user, you can understand that how the interaction are added in the Power BI. Okay, all right. The awesome thing of this particular dashboard and most of the dashboards in Power BI is that you can filter at any level. You can drill down at any level. For example, if so there is a donut chart here, and if I just click on this specific part, which is the delivery truck, so when I click on it, so according to this particular volume, all the visuals will adjust themselves. So this is super cool, which is very tough in doing in Microsoft Excel when we compare to the Excel application to Power BI. So at whatever level you want to go to filter out the dashboard and to read that in different perspective, you can go ahead and just click on that particular visual. Also, you can use the customized tooltips as well in order to see more in detail that how the numbers are speaking to you, right? So I have also added 2 toolbars, tooltips, basically customized tooltips with these visuals. So for example, if I want to make this entire dashboard to a product container of small box only, so I will just click on a small box, and now you can see that all the numbers has been changed and all the visuals has been updated. So this is super cool in the Power BI, that at whatever the level you want to go, you just click on that visual and all the other visualization objects will adjust themselves. This is awesome, right? Okay, now let's come to the DAX part, which is one of the most interesting area for most of the users to understand, because if you want to do the advanced analytics, you need to understand the data analysis expressions. Alright, so first we will go for the total orders. So I will click on total orders. It comes from the total orders table, and we have a measure here which is total orders in dollars. So basically it's a simple function which you primarily use in Excel as well, the sum function. So there is a sum DAX is here, and we have just calculated the order amount column by using the sum function, or the DAX you can say, right? So this is very easy, very basic. Then net orders. Okay, so if I go to the net orders, now you can see here the how the net orders has been calculated. Total orders plus returns. So we have a separate table of returns as well. Now why plus here, why not minus here? Because returns are already in negative, so it will definitely make a difference of that. So make sure that the signs are properly being assigned to that particular DAX. Okay, how the returns are being calculated. So let me go to the returns explicit measure, and you can see here we have used the calculate DAX, right, in which we have nested one more explicit measure, that is total orders, which is some total order amount column, right? And from the returns table, from the status column, all the returns are being filtered here, and which is multiplied by -1, so that the returns amount should be negative. Then net sell price, let's explore the net sell price as well. Alright, so we have used the round function, and the unit sell price is being multiplied with a discount factor as well, right? So these are some of the very easy KPIs you can form in your kind of sales databases. Count products, this is simple, a DAX which is count rows, which will return the number of products available in the from the products table, not from the fact table but from the dimension table. Remember that. I hope you understand what is fact table and what are dimension tables, right? Okay, so now let's come to the visualizations. We have different kind of objects here, visualization objects. We can see some bar charts, donut charts, line charts, column charts, right? Now these are fundamentally giving us a storytelling. On the top we can see some key numbers, because every time management definitely refers to the some summary based numbers. So we have created around 7 KPIs which are reflecting some numbers, and whenever we filter, whenever we click on any of the visual, definitely the top numbers will also gets changed as well, right? Okay, you can also filter it by using the year. So if you don't want to see all the years, you just want to see 2012, so you can just click on 2012, and this is the position of 2012. If you want to add more years, you can just click on that as well, right? With the help of control key, you can just select more than 1 year, or you can just click on select all. You can specify your dashboard with a particular specific quarter as well, right? So you can just click on that as well, and you can see the month slicer is already is also being updated because you have selected one specific quarter from here, right? If you don't want this kind of behavior, you can just edit the interaction as well. Alright, so these are fundamentally very easy visuals. The user just need to click on that visual and just drag and drop relevant field, and then go to the formatting area where you have a lot of amazing options available. If you want to on the shadow, if you want to give a border to your visual, if you want to use some background colors, You can also define the legend where you want that legend, so you have different locations available. The title of legend, the color of legend, font, text size, all these options are available. The most important thing is that when you create a dashboard for your organization, you prefer the theme colors, right? So in the data colors, you can go ahead and click on the color schemes, where you can just click on more colors and define the RGB as well. So in the previous versions of Power BI, the RGB was not supportable, but now in the latest versions the RGB is supported. So if you have the specific color RGB number available, you can just define here, and that exact color will be appearing on your dashboard. So this is very good thing which Power BI Microsoft has added in this application, right? Before that, Power BI was using the hex codes, which were very technically difficult for a novice user to find out the hex codes with the help of marketing department. But now they have added the RGB color, which is easily available with most of the users. Okay, now let's go to the interesting part where I have applied the time intelligence DAX. So let me take you towards the time intelligence sales analytics page, and you can see 5 different kind of tables. Basically these visuals are called metrics, okay? And in all those metrics, I have put the time period on the left side, specific to the years and months. And in the first table, from the very left side, you can see the total orders and the order amount YTD, which is the running total, right? So let's explore how this running total has been formed. I will just explore and show you the DAX, but as I told you that if you want to understand the logic behind this DAX, you can just contact to us for the training or for the consultancy. So now you can see that how I have created orders amount YTD is I have used the calculate DAX and the dates YTD, okay? So if you have the star schema and you have a concept of that, you need to create a calendar as well, so that your time intelligence DAX will run very smartly. Once you have created, you can use it anywhere with different kind of dimensions, and it will adjust automatically, and if it will give you the correct accurate balances, which we find lack in Excel. So if we compare this kind of DAX language in Excel has a different perception in the user's mind that we work there in the columns, rows and cells, we can do whatever we want. But here the mindset of a business analyst and data analyst, when they work in the Power BI, they also need to understand the data modeling concepts. Once they understand the data modeling concepts, they will be able to absorb and understand the DAX language very easily, that how and what is the logic behind the DAX. So it will give you a very fruitful and meaningful way to understand DAX, because most of the users find DAX language very difficult, which is not a case. It's up to you that how you are learning and what is your approach to get the numbers correct, right? In the next table, we have again 3 columns where we are getting the total orders numbers. Then we have the opening balance and closing balance. So sometimes we also need to have the opening balances and closing balances. So let me show you how I have got the closing balance. So we have a DAX which is called closing balance month, and we have used the explicit measure of total orders and date from the calendar table. And once we have created this generalized DAX, we can adjust them into any kind of fields, right? Now all these DAX which you are seeing here does not matter to a one specific database. Now for example, don't consider that this specific DAX of closing balance month will always go with a sales database. No, that's not the case. These are generalized DAX which I am showing you in this video tutorial as a quick reference, but once you have noted them, you can use in your own or on your own data sets or the practical data sets. So the logic will remain the same, right? Similarly, if I come to the opening balance month, you will find we have the opening balance month DAX is also available, right? So this is just a glimpse in this video tutorial. It's also a long video tutorial, but I hope that if you are an intermediate user, you know the significant importance of DAX and learning it, because without doing DAX, you will not be able to do some advanced level of analytics in Power BI. Remember that. Okay, so now we have a table which is showing us total orders and total orders prior period. So let me show you how I got the total orders prior period. So I have used the calculate DAX again, and dates add -1 and then year, right? So this is a DAX which returns the total orders from prior period, from the previous period, right? So if you want to understand in more detail, you need to go to the documentation on the Microsoft website available for that, how date add is being calculating and why the -1 is here. So all the logics are mentioned there, right? Next table, now we have fourth table on top right side. Let's understand that table as well. So this is showing us total orders, order amount from the previous year and order amount from the next year, right? So if I go to that explicit measure, order amount for the next year, so here I have used the calculate DAX, right? Then in explicit measure in the expression argument, and then the next year we have already next year DAX available, and it is calling from the calendar table, which is dates, right? Now this kind of flexibility is not available in Excel. In Excel you have a different approach, so don't come up with a same mindset of Excel when you compare it with the Power BI DAX. It's entirely different, right? And they are much more flexible. That's why they are called time intelligence, because they have the intelligence to adjust themselves. So once you create an explicit measure, you can just drag it and use it anywhere with different kind of fields, and that will adjust accordingly. Okay, so we have some more interesting DAX like percentage change YOY. So how we can calculate the year on year percentage change. And sometimes you find it that when it comes to the percentage, sometimes it shows you blank. So I have used the if function, and if the order amount for the previous year is 0, so it will show us a blank, otherwise it will show a percentage. So you have already used as an Excel user if function there, so the utility will remain the same, right? Then we have some more interesting explicit measure here as well, how to calculate the percentage of total orders, right? So in this particular explicit measure, I have used the sum function, calculate, and all. Then we have another measure which is percentage total of orders month in month. Now this is very interesting to understand, right? So these are some very good advanced level DAX which I have added. Average orders, very easy. Total orders divided by count of sales, right? Count products, I have used the count of count rows from the products dimension table. Then we have count of sales. This is the distinct count. Now distinct count is not straightforward available in Microsoft Excel. You have to do some tricks and tricks to get the distinct count, but in Power BI you have a separate DAX for the distinct count as well, right? Then I have also created this explicit measure that is give me order amount YTD, which is based on the running total, right? So these are all the DAX, and there are also some more DAX are also available. You can explore that as well. Let me show you one more. So for example, if you want to extract a certain amount from your own specific time period, so there is a dates between DAX also available, so you can utilize that as well with the help of calculate. So for example, in this we want the order amount from 10th May 2009 till 10th May 2010. So we have our own choice of dates, so we can use dates between in this particular explicit measure, right? The net orders, so the net orders is being calculated total orders plus returns, right? So there are more explicit measures available. One more is there, percentage of total orders per segment, right? So this is being added like total orders, the amount of total orders divided by the calculate all the customers segment, so it will give you a percentage of total orders per segment. And the fantastic thing is that when you drag this explicit measure to any kind of a table, it will adjust them as a raw filter automatically, right? So these are all the and some more advanced level DAX is also available in this case study. And all these DAX which I showed you are basically generalized. You can apply in your data set as well, right? So and then there are two more pages with related to the tool tips. So this is a tool tip of monthly, and this is a tool tip of province, which I have integrated in the sales analytics page on this visual. Now this kind of awesome layouts and designing will take definitely time. And when you follow the patrons and you follow the key trainers or key experts or consultants of Power BI, with the passage of time and with the more practice, you will find this kind of good, amazing, simplified dashboards and a storytelling dashboards, so that you can present in front of your management, and you can do some key decision makings or do some key insights from this data. So I hope you like this video. This template is available to purchase. If you are interested in DAX training, you can contact us. We are available on Facebook, YouTube. We have a website as well, and we have a lot of case studies for you to understand DAX easily. I hope you like this design of the dashboard. You can go anytime and purchase this template from this website. I will post the link in the description as well. And if you are very new and you want to learn Power BI in much more detail, there are more than 87 videos available on my channel, so you can start with that as well. I have shared some primarily a detailed video on Power BI as well. Also, if you are interested to pass the DA 100 exam, which is related to the Power BI, you can just follow this video for more instructions and guidelines. And I hope you will share this video with your friends and colleagues. So I hope the concept is clear. If you want to start with basic to intermediate, this is already recorded, and now this specific video was on advanced level, where I have showed you some advanced level of DAX related to the time intelligence and for the analysis purpose, whereas we will be launching our specific course related to the DAX in more detail in the coming weeks. So thank you so much.